Tariffs are fees that companies pay the U.S. government when they import goods across the border. American businesses are basically writing a check to the U.S. Treasury in order to bring their products or materials into the country. Companies then have to decide if they'll be able to absorb those costs or if they pass them down to customers. Often it's customers who end up paying the price. So let's say the U.S. imposes a 25% tariff on avocados from Mexico. Hypothetically, if the company that imports those avocados decides to shift the entire cost of the tariff to its customers, the price of your avo goes from $2.99 to $3.73, or 25% more. So why might the government want to risk hiking prices for American households? Let's do a quick lesson in Trade 101. Every year, more than $3 trillion worth of goods flow into the U.S. from other countries. Those are imports. American companies ship out about $2 trillion worth of products and materials. Those are exports. Imports and exports are a vital part of the economy. Think about a car, for example, which needs on average 30,000 different parts from around the world, from tiny nuts and bolts to the engine to assemble. America's biggest trading partners are Canada, Mexico, China, Germany, and Japan. Some politicians see tariffs as an economic tool to negotiate better trade deals or other policy issues with those partners. Another key goal of tariffs is to encourage American companies to buy more stuff, say car parts or avocados, from domestic manufacturers instead of overseas. Then they avoid paying those extra fees. We've seen this happen before. In 1930, Congress passed the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act. It put an average 45% tariff on hundreds of products, from corn to cheese to steel. The intention was to encourage U.S. businesses to buy more from American farmers struggling during the Great Depression, but it kind of backfired. Instead, other countries retaliated with their own tariffs on American products shipped overseas. Global trade plummeted by 66% between 1929 and 1934. And ultimately, American companies ended up raising prices on American consumers. And that's a key takeaway from history. Typically, companies can't afford to pay for the added cost of tariffs all by themselves. So they'll pass down higher costs to consumers in the form of higher prices. Tariffs in small doses might be a good negotiating tactic, but on a large scale, they could end up hurting your bottom line. And that's what you need to know to keep cashing in.